on up. Give her a hand. So it might not necessarily be a full coaching session, but I'm wanting to demonstrate the principle I've been chatting with you about for the last hour. That's what we're looking to do. So, and one of the things maybe you could be doing is when you have something come up in you as I'm doing my thing, what is that saying about you, not what that is that saying about me? Yeah? Try it from that approach. Start the self-awareness journey now of, oh, I need to ask a question about that. How did you do that? And first go, well, hang on, where am I coming from with that question? You get what I'm saying? Get the self-reflection going rather than trying to get it from me. So thank you. That's wonderful that you're here. I really appreciate you putting hands up. Thank goodness someone put their hand up.
I really want to do this.
Thank you. Wherever we go. So can you share with me what it is you're looking to explore? I'd love to hear about that.
I feel like I'm holding myself back.
Okay.
I don't really know why.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot to give.
Yeah. I see that in you.
Yes.
Every time I'm with you, I feel that. You always give to me. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But something is holding me back.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what that is.
Sure.
I sometimes am not able to verbalize what I am feeling or thinking.
Yeah.
So in that way, the languaging or what it is I'm looking for, I find hard to
Are they two
articulate.
separate things or are they somehow the same thing? Can you help me out with if there's a connection or not? Or is it two different conversations? One's playing small and one I heard is trouble articulating thinking.
Yeah, it's probably a combination.
Sure. How are they
of the
combined
two.
to you?
Oh, how they combined. It's almost as if I don't want to go there by not verbalizing or speaking about it.
Yeah, so let me try reflecting it back to try and recover your map. So if you say it is real.
That's a thought.
Yeah. And you're a very honest person, aren't you? You really pride yourself in integrity.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a think so or just yes?
No, it's a yes.
No, it's a yes? Or yes, it's a yes?
It's a yes.
It's a yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because you just did it then. Because that's a commitment. It took you 3 attempts to make the commitment. Yeah, interesting.
So true.
Isn't it?
Shit.
We're using bad language in this coaching session? Excellent. Good to know.
I'm good with that.
I like to know the benchmarks.
Yeah.
So tell me what you just realised about you.
No commitment.
It's to avoid a commitment. It's interesting.
Wow.
And I wonder what's going on inside you that has created this relationship to commitment that's probably maybe a possible misunderstanding about your what you could have as a relationship with it. Yeah. Something to think about, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm about to tell you a story about pigeons. And it's going to work. At the end of it, you'll go,
Pigeons.
Yeah, pigeons.
Nice.
Here it comes. So this guy called Skinner years ago did a study. And whenever the pigeons touched a button, the seeds came out. And they got to eat. Touch it, food. It was very predictable.
Yeah.
So they learnt that.
They learned that, yeah.
Then he took away the button working if they tapped it, and the food pellets got released randomly. And the pigeons started doing really weird shit. Some started flapping on one leg. Some started going in a circle. Some started jumping. What's going on? Are they all going insane? And then they worked it out. The pigeons did whatever they were doing the last time the pellet came out.
All different things.
So every one of them had created their own version of reality of what they thought was cause and effect.
Wow.
And we all do that. something happens, we have to make sense of it. And whatever we fill in the blanks with becomes our version of reality. So somewhere there for you, there's been something around commitment. It didn't make sense what you saw, heard, observed, or experienced, or created.
Yeah.
So you made sense of it in a misunderstanding way.
Oh. Yeah.
Instead of patoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that cool? Yeah. We're all doing it. Yeah. We all want to make sense. We all want things to make sense. So, go.
And that was just from the last time that they fed?
Yeah.
So it wasn't the ones before?
No, the ones where they just tapped. They just went.
The last one.
They knew the world. They knew how the universe worked. If they knew that if they tapped, it fell. Then when it became random, they had to fill in the blanks to make it make sense again. So they filled in the blanks with whatever they were doing last. So mine, when I was growing up, I had to make sense of my world.
Yep.
And my parents, very loving, wanting to love me, did the best they could. Yep. Their version of it was I had to be a certain way for them to share security with me. Yep. So I filled in the blanks about how that had to be. And my sister filled it in a different way, and we're very, very different people.
I can see that happening in my childhood,
Yeah. So I wonder how you filled in the blanks. It doesn't really matter to know how you did it, but that's all you did. You created this misunderstanding about the nature of commitment because you filled in the blanks. It's like when someone comes in the room and say they've got this social anxiety and they don't want to be around people. Can people make you feel social anxiety?
No.
I've lost my pen. Would you mind?
Can
someone? I need the pen. It's my ultimate prop. No, honey, it's got to be the pen.
It's got to be the big pen.
It's this pen. Don't mess with the pen. Can someone experience social anxiety because of people? No. So it's not commitment that you've got the problem with. Isn't that interesting?
It's not commitment.
No.
It's the thought.
Yeah. It's the way you've made sense of what it means. So just sit with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap to the room. You do your thing.
Yeah.
And you don't need to work out what that is. Exactly. You just got to figure out what the thinking needs to be to...
That's it.
Yeah. Create a new relationship with commitment. I mean, you can look at it, but how are you guys doing? So what do you notice in my coaching? Let's have a bit of a chat. And really what I do at this point is I don't really do to-do lists with clients. I let clients get insights, which the client got, and I'm just going to let the neural pathways form based around that and let her go in the direction she chooses to go because it's her experience of her reality, not mine. Now, I could coach her and dictate the direction. That sounds way less fun than letting the client say, how about it? Right now, we need to get stoned. That's all I'm thinking right now. True story. It's that feel. Do you get it? It's like, because you just, wow, I'm going to a different consciousness, so I need to change my consciousness. So right now, getting stoned's really handy. Do you get that? Because consciousness shifted. So talk to me. Thoughts, comments? Yeah.
We just opened, in my mind, the insight just opened up her thinking to the realisation that she can just learn something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than it being some fixed, real thing.
Yep.
Well, commitment is not a thing. It's what we decide it is.
Totally.
As our relationships. Yeah.
Hugely powerful metaphor. That was brilliant.
Oh, it's a great metaphor. You may use it at will.
Yeah,
Skinner and pigeons. That's all you need to remember.
Yeah, the insights.
Yeah, yes.
I love the way you've just gone straight to the nub.
Yes.
You know,
What did I do? Go straight to the
nub of the problem just by listening
Well,
to
we don't know that. I could be miles
Yeah.
wrong and 2 more questions reveal a complete different insight.
Yeah.
Man, I could be miles from helping her create the misunderstanding. I don't know that yet. But I know she got an aha, and right now she's enjoying it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But I don't know if I got to a hub.
Really, okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, generally I don't. Like, generally the client gets in touch with me 2 weeks later. Do you know what I realised later? I'm like, oh, shit, I should have helped her with that. Why wasn't I there to bask in that glory? I'm kidding. So I want the client to have their own nubs and get their way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah.
I loved the way that you were cleaning up her, like the well-formed sentences
Thanks, Paul. You're amazing.
You were cleaning up her sentences straight from the start, so like all of her assumptions, like all the well-formed sentences, all the presups.
Says
like,
it right
really?
there,
Yes.
the presup.
And so you could see that commitment, like it took her 3 times, and it was just from... And
You guys heard it, right?
Really?
Yes.
Right? Yes. And so, yeah, it was good to see.
Great. Well, it's perfect, isn't it handy? Thank you for being such a compliant client that the client did the problem with me. That worked out nicely. That doesn't always go that way. Just perfect for demo purposes. You saw the client do the thinking.
And I'm still thinking.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing
I'm
to
like,
wonder.
really, yeah.
Everyone should do more of it. Okay, that's probably an alarm that should turn off, I think. I don't know where you guys are with that. Yeah, just I'm thinking it should turn off, but yeah, either way. Any other thoughts? Just why Irma thinks and B's where she's been? Yeah.
Sharon, at this stage, would you
Nothing.
let her stew with that as opposed to
Go get a
interrupting
glass
strategy?
of water. Just sit. I do what I'd literally do right now. Just sit and be. And
So in a future session, would you look at...
well, we're still going to go now, but I'm waiting for Irma to see where Irma gets to with her insights because the client has all the answers within them. Right now, anything I do is going to take away her answers. So I'd rather chat with you guys than influence Irma's insights because they're her insights. Wisdom is your insightfulness, not mine.
Can I double dip?
Okay, I'll let you. Just this once, maybe twice. Okay, yes, you can.
Thank you. I noticed through that session just then with...
Which was like 2 minutes.
it was brilliant. Yeah, really effective. Cleaned up the language with the meta model, essentially. And I noticed it wasn't really necessary to explore the meaning assigned to commitment.
Client's doing it.
Yeah. So that's quite profound.
Yeah. Doing less, taking away is a lot of the coaching work, I think. It's take things away. You know, the way coaches sometimes just question. It's just like, chill. Yeah.
I just thought by removing the current, so we say, block experience of aversion to commitment, unconsciously the mind goes back to the state of self that existed before.
That's possible. I
Which
think
is
it's probably
open,
where
more
she's going to
open
float.
to-
Is that where you're probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's going back when you could tap and it happened.
Exactly.
That was the metaphor.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm super excited too in the term, like, it means you can really literally have any experience. Like
Yep.
a new experience. And like, I'm thinking about all the other models that we know, like the core needs. You know, it means we can give our own significance to ourselves, our own connection, our own love, anything that you can imagine,
Yes.
commitment, blah, blah, whatever.
Yep.
Insert cool experience you want.
Yep.
You can have any of it
Yes.
in that space of nothing. It's so cool.
Yeah. Yes. And we do that every day. The mind gets lazy. And we think the same thoughts we think yesterday and we think that's reality. And we don't question it until we hit a coach who gets us to question it. And now you're questioning it. But otherwise we just go about our lives assuming that's how I am. But it's not. It's how you thought. Where are you at? Do you have anything to share?
Well, I'm thinking about the tapping.
Yeah.
Tapping. And that, yeah, in growing up, I had to conform, do things in a certain way.
Yeah.
It was kind of, that's how we survived.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were 5 kids
Yeah.
with a single parent mum, so she was so freaking busy.
Yeah.
German background, very. She had to be.
So the archetype of the German background.
Yep. So I think in a way, for things to function, we had to do conform.
Great. Yeah. So you filled
And
in the
that
blanks.
to me,
That's
it
your
was the
pigeon.
tapping.
That's your pigeon dance.
Yeah.
That's your version of it. That's what you filled in the blanks with. That I need to behave this way.
Yeah,
Isn't that interesting?
it is. Wow. I'm actually feeling it here.
Wonderful. Just sit with it. I think probably we're there. anything I add from here is, I rather you have your insights, because you just created that was a really big insight, that you've made that connection already.
Oh, the commitment
in moments.
thing, yeah. And that tapping, it just kind of makes sense to me.
That was the version of tapping you learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's a misunderstanding, because actually the universe in reality doesn't reward a flapping pigeon going in circles, does it?
No.
It actually doesn't, because there's no relationship between the reward and the movement. That's not how the universe is wired. Reality is what for you?
Whatever you make it mean.
It is. So you don't want to play small, you want to play bigger. So how does the universe work? Using the pigeon metaphor, how does the universe deliver? Who does the universe deliver the pellets to? People who are flapping weirdly, or people who know how to access the pellets?
People who know how to
Absolutely.
access the pellets.
Yeah. So you've been flapping for a while.
I have been.
It's not where the pellets
For
are.
a freaking long time.
It's not where the pellets are. No pellets. There's no pellets in there flapping.
No.
Sit with that one. Just how about that? Back to you guys. And this literally is the pace of it. What are you guys getting from this? Is this all different to perhaps how some of you coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm loving how, going back to what Paul was said before about creating that spaciousness within yourself. You're creating that in the coaching session. You're creating this beautiful, expansive spaciousness where there's simplicity isn't the right word, but it is so beautifully simple and...
There's so little I'm doing.
Yeah.
Client's doing all of it as it's meant to be. It's fantastic. Now, to some people, this isn't a beautiful space. This is uncomfortable silence.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because of what people think about the space. It's not about the space. It's beautiful to you. That's an experience of you.
Yeah.
And what you're choosing to filter into your experience.
Yeah. And that's why it's so important as the coach to
Yes.
be embracing this as well. What's going on for me, and what are the misunderstandings that I'm bringing to this space?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which are generally expressed as presuppositions,
Yeah.
that they're inaccurate presups.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the pathway to it, but it's not. It really is. It's not anything. Insert blank here is the reason it's holding you back. It's not that. It just isn't. It's just a misunderstanding that we have about the nature of reality in the universe. If we get the nature of reality in the universe every time, it'll work, because it's working right now whether we acknowledge it or flap weirdly or not. And all the flapping in the world won't change how the pellets are released. Isn't that interesting? What's that?
So I'll make it work.
Who's next? Yeah. Sorry, Paul. All the way down the front. You're going to come straight down the middle. We don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, I really loved the questions that you asked in the previous.
I have no idea what I asked.
What did
You don't have to
realise?
repeat them back. The clients moved on from there. Yeah. But I'm glad that you did them. But you'll never have a client where they will be useful.
I think sometimes.
No. You'll never have a client where they'll be useful.
Rather than giving the client the insight that.
I'll say it again. You'll never have a client where those questions will be useful, because to have those questions scripted is to not be in the space within me. Now I'm in space right now where I've got no fucking clue what this client is doing. No idea what's coming next. No idea of the insight. I don't need to. And I am not scripting a thing. I'm just being present to what's the universal truth. Well, it's basically the pigeon metaphor. How far off the pigeon truth is my client? I'm just re-steering back to that. You'll never have this happen. Does that make sense? Yeah. You've got to be present to the genesis. Number 3 is the script. Least powerful. How you doing?
It was interesting how I kind of felt for a while an anxiousness within me.
Yeah.
But now I just kind of have a sense of calm.
Yeah. the noise, the busyness?
Yeah.
What's happened to that?
It's almost like...
I like how you're looking for it. You're not finding it. It's great.
I know. It almost feels like I've been worrying about something that's not there.
Yeah. Well, it's not there because it's in the past.
Yeah.
And the past isn't here.
No.
So you're right. Great insight. I'm feeling
Yeah.
closer to you.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that?
Yeah. I am.
That's how you kind of know. It's weird. That's how you kind of know you're getting the universal truth when you feel no barrier between connection.
Yeah.
When it's just... Generally, when I see the clients go,
Yeah. I'm feeling
pretty
sort
well.
of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So I would not tend to do more at this moment. Is there anything more that you feel's been needs to be brought into the light at all?
I probably have come up with a few more realizations.
Good.
From
Wonderful. You
my
can share
childhood.
them, or you can treasure them. You can
Yeah.
discard them. How would you like to experience them?
I could go into the story, but I don't even think that's necessary
No.
because I realised that they were,
Huh.
just something I made up.
Yeah. Which you needed to do.
Yeah,
We all do it.
yeah.
It's not personal to you. Do you get? There's no blame in this. There's no faults here. There's just we all do it. We've got to fill in the blanks to make sense of what just happened. And you found a way to make sense of it.
Yeah, I have.
And now you can find a way of making sense that you get to fucking pellet.
That's right. It's like I've come to this realisation, I could go into the
Yeah,
story,
it's wonderful.
but I was the youngest of 4 older brothers. We were all 1 to 1.5 years apart.
Your mother
But-
was certainly consistent.
She was. Yeah. She was busy. She was busy. Catholic. Yeah. But it's the relationship with my brothers, my older brothers, and how I sat in the family.
Yeah.
And I've just come to a realization why I keep myself small in relation to them.
Yeah. And now?
And it's probably all just something that was said.
Yeah. And
From their
implied.
view.
Some of
From
it's
their view.
implied.
Yeah.
Some of it's almost
But
like
it's not
osmosis
real.
that we get the message.
Yeah.
And we interpret as a pigeon dance. It's like, okay, so that's what's
Yeah.
expected of me in this moment.
Yeah.
And we never question it until we
No.
question it.
Yeah.
And now?
So, no, 2 massive light bulb
Good.
moments.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes? Yeah. So we're just going to sit here, chat with you guys. How you guys doing? What's happening? Talk to me. Yeah.
I really like the way that you validated the event from her past. Like
Sure.
She was going to just dismiss it and go, it's not real, but you sort of said, no, it did happen.
It did.
It's not happening now.
Yeah. It can't be happening now.
That beautiful compassion,
Yeah.
like in that moment,
Good.
validation.
Yeah.
Because you don't always see that. Like you sometimes see coaches that will try and bypass the event or don't feel that way or it's in the past.
Yeah.
But not say, well, it did happen.
It did happen.
It's not happening now. So
Yeah.
it's I like the way-
And it really depends what the client wants to get coached on. I mean, when I do emotional intimacy work, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to let them sit with it and talk with me about how their grief around who they couldn't be wasn't validated. But it's not what this client came for. I'll go where the client wants me to go. I'm just showing you this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You know, appropriate coaching to the client.
That point that you made was massive for me to realise.
Yeah.
Like when you said, we are here now. To me, that was really, it kind of just brought me back to now. I'm thinking, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I not doing stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now be aware of your thoughts
Yeah.
and see how they've shifted. There should be, probably has been enough time now, just notice the difference now when you think about your relationship to wherever it is you want to be playing bigger.
Yeah.
What are you noticing now? And this is a practice of a lifetime, guys. Like, Irma's not going to do it once and it's done. Like, you've got to come back to it every day and work out the universal truth. And are you working universal truth, or are you acting like it's not true? That somehow, if you feel bad enough for long enough, you're going to get a pallet. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. It can't. Are you guys digging this?
Yes. What's coming to me is just questioning my own thoughts all the time.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Stay in that space for the rest of your life.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
You're on your path. That's it. One of the questions to ask myself, is that true? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Where did that... What?
Is that really
Really?
true? Really? Nah, bullshit.
Well, I'm this age and I still think it's blah? Really?
Yep. And what I'm loving about it is that feeling. Well, it's quite empowering. It's quite empowering to have that feeling that I'm responsible.
Yeah.
I'm accountable
Yeah.
for all of this that's in my head.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Notice the client just made her own set of just created her own wisdom. I didn't say any of that. I didn't hint at any of that. I didn't coach any of that. That was all the client. Do you see that?
It's up to me.
It's all you.
Yep.
You're the one coming to the realizations around responsibility. It didn't come from me at all. That was all the client. The wisdom is always there.
Yep.
We just had to chuck out some of the weird dances.
Wow.
Great. Anything else?
No.
Yeah, great. Give her a hand.
I'm glad you put your hand up. Oh my. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. So thoughts, questions, comments?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So obviously before that, you unpacked
Thank you.
this, the Genesis and the universal constant with us.
Yeah.
Is that something you would have to teach them to then do the session? Like,
I think teaching moments are cool. Yeah, I think teaching moments around this is, again, it's not always about being honest straight away. Because we talked about honesty at the start. It's just what do you believe is universal? And someone said honesty, and I actually no. So there are some clients I don't reveal this to straight away. And I'll hold back for... I've done demonstrations never revealing it because it would have caused them too much pain. It would have been such a cognitive dissonance moment, such a disconnect from who they believe they are. And it would have felt confronting rather than soothing. Whereas for you, it was very soothing. It was exactly the way I want it to be received. It's just a clean out. So it's just a flow there. That's what you're wanting. I'm not looking to cause angst or trauma or stress or people doubling down on blaming themselves, which a lot of people can do. Oh my God, I blame. And they just do this whole new riff and give themselves more reasons to feel bad. So I'm tempering it with, that movie, Jack Nicholson, You Can't Handle the Truth. I've got that at the back of my mind laughing to myself. And it's arrogant of me to know what is the right time, but I'm doing the best I can in my flawed way to sense the readiness for the client to hear this message in one way or another. And I have 1,000 ways of delivering it, which is why that script will never be useful because I'll never think of any of that again. Does that help? Yes. So there's appropriate time, appropriate context, all of that, and I don't always get it right. I've done demos which I think you've been in the room and the client wasn't ready. It's just, okay, I've got to do the 4 steps to get there. Yeah. I can't do it in one step like I did with Irma. I've got to do the 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. When I used to do Meta 1, it used to take 5 days sometimes with one client to do the steps. Day 1, I thought I'd do it. It's like, no. They're not buying that. They've got to learn all this for a day. They've got to get clear on this. They've got to press that, and then I'll have another little bite of the cherry. Nope, they're still not ready. And for some of you, it's a work in progress over 10 years. How much of this I coach you to or hold you to, like the level I hold you to actually now compared to when we met is completely different, and you know that. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Because there's a growth or a sense of wisdom you're claiming for yourselves, which means you can handle more of it. What I said to you yesterday, some people can't handle it, and you couldn't handle that when you joined. But I've been waiting for you to be able to handle, what the fuck? Because until you can get to that, you can't get real. It's still peripheral noise about what I'm going through. You're not going through anything but yourself. Wonderful, isn't it? Enjoy. Anybody else? Yeah, hello. Really? Well, we need to get that on, Mike. Hang on, say that again.
That was really mind-boggling for me to see you just take a step back and let the client really do all the work. I felt so uncomfortable watching that, which really told me a lot about my coaching.
There's the, I'm sorry, Karen? Karen, there's the contrast. Beautiful space, uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
I think I'm
hang on, I've got something for you. Or? Yeah, weird pigeon dance.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit of an insight junkie, and I would have jumped on that as a coach and been like, okay, how does this mean this? And da-da-da-da, and maybe jumped in too early.
Oh, I'd say so from what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So what did you learn?
You just let her process and sit with that until she came to the
Still
conclusion
going.
she needed to.
Still going.
And that was brilliant.
What's that?
I am still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to. This is what's going on. Clients here flapping. You now know what I mean by that. Yeah? You get the flapping. You know they need to get to there. There's no way all your coaching in one session is going to do all of that. But if you can get them to this reality, they just got closer to there. Yes? Yes. You might take them to this reality. It's kind of a neutral step. But stop. Let them now start making their own connections, and maybe they'll decide they want to get over there instead. Does that make sense? Yes. Just relax. They'll get there. Which is wonderful. Good insight. Yeah, well, I hope everyone's going to bring this into their coaching. 5 minutes over, I'm disregarding. Who's next? It's my fucking party, man. Yeah. Drinks for everyone, yeah.
Do you have another universal principle? Like you said, you've got numerous ones.
Well, in the next session, we'll unpack a little bit more.
How many do you have?
3. That's it. Yeah, yep.
I just thought it was a wonderful example. I'm going to take the just out. That was a wonderful example of how you believe that the client has everything she needs.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, which is where I said when I said the map is not the territory, that's really, I'm not going to impose my map here, and I still don't know your insights. I don't need to know clients' insights. They do. Yeah.
Let you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of for myself.
Yeah.
Figuring it out for me, and that made me feel more empowered, more.
Because it's yours. It's your journey.
Yeah.
And part of your pattern was trying to placate someone else or make someone else happy. And by not making me happy, by telling me anything, you empowered you. Yeah. Literally by leaving us out of it, that was all for you. That was a really awesomely healthy, selfish act. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that was the most functional thing you could do. Because what you would have done was, you get the pattern, reassure, explain, have it.
Yeah. And then what you just said here was, for me, the recognition that it's not even so much about the destination, it's really about the journey and who I'm becoming along that way.
It is.
And
rather than deciding you were defined all those years ago, you are whoever you choose to be. You don't become them. You already are. Yeah. You're just unpeeling misunderstandings to get closer to who you are.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Yes. We don't become someone. We just get more of who we are. Just more. Most of it's just getting rid of the noise, really. A lot of it's getting rid of the bullshit we tell ourselves that we think matters so much and we have to share with everyone else. You know, how to be a boring friend. No, true story. To keep talking the same shit every coffee. It's my parents, it's my blah, if only, they don't. I said, no, it's not. Just surprise me one coffee break and say it's me. Now we can have a conversation. So that's emotional intimacy to me.
Yeah.
When the client says it's me, or my friend says it's me, or I say it's me. Now we have emotional intimacy, because everything up until there is the superficial lie.
Yeah.
It's the flapping. It's the pigeon flap. Wonderful. Anybody?